Hey guys, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. It's taking my computer forever to load. I'm trying to connect for like 2 minutes. Piper's upstairs having like the biggest meltdown, so hopefully we won't be interrupted, but my husband's home and helping. Okay. Ooh, I just enlarged the view. All these pretty faces. Hi, Melda. I haven't seen your face in a while. Look at you. You look so skinny.
Ah,
Okay, there's some people on phone. Hey, Jamie. How you feeling? Better?
much better. I can talk.
Yay. Good. Good. Happy to hear it. All right. Go ahead and start the recording. Oh, it's already recording. We're good. Okay. So, I'm super excited to talk. This is our first Zoom since we became an Emerald team. So I just want to say thanks again to everybody. It's been super exciting and just lots of fun. And I just feel like Plexus totally has our back as we kind of go into August. July and August are typically slower months in network marketing. However, we determine that. So we determine our pace. So a lot of Sarah Marble did a video on, what summer slowdown. And I think if we really have that mindset, we don't have to have that slowdown. It's really about how, we work our business and the IPAs that we're doing daily. So tonight I'm going to talk about how to take your products as a newbie. I don't know if there's any newbies on here. I can't see them if they are, but I'm still going to talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about how to make your product cost back, which kind of brings us into silver, and then going for gold. And then there'll be some time where you guys can ask questions if you have them. So let's talk a little bit about I want to talk about the Fab Four, okay? Obviously on the bottles, okay, all the directions are on there, right? And there's directions online and people have their input and things. So I'm going to share my tips and what's worked for me and what seems to work for the majority of my customers and wholesale ambassadors. So as far as the triplex is concerned, my biggest tip with Slim is to shake it in 8 to 10 ounces of water or less. I actually use like 6 ounces, but it says on the packaging up to 20 ounces, I believe. But I never have people do it that way. The more concentrated it is, it seems to work the best. It's just what I have found. So people can take that tip or leave it, but that's what I do and what works best for me and my people. So I also have a tendency to start everybody. Just a little call. I'm going to mute these. I also have a tendency, here we go. Yeah. To, what happened? Sorry, guys. My screen was going out. Okay, there. To start people on the products where they're taking them in the morning and they're taking them at night. Consistency is the name of the game. We all know this. If you're not consistent, the products are not going to work. So I prefer to start people off the bat morning and night. Especially because most of my people that I work with are busy moms, or they're working on top of doing, Plexus or whatever the case may be. And it just sets them up for success. Again, if they go buy the bottles, they'll be fine too, okay? Clearly, there's a reason that they're like that on the bottles. It's just that I have found these things to help with consistency and just people's results because consistency plays a major role in that. So I have people start with the Slim and 1 cleanse and then 1 ProBio 5 with dinner. Okay, we've heard from the scientists at convention that it's best to take ProBio 5 with your evening meal. You can also take it before bedtime, but the scientists were talking about the digestive enzymes in it and why it's beneficial for you to take it with a meal. So that's what I do now. I actually take 4 ProBio 5, so I take 2 with my breakfast and 2 with my dinner. But that being said, I do encourage my new people on the triplex to do 1 Slim, with 1 cleanse on their first day and 1 Probio 5 with their evening meal. And then I increase things slowly. I actually have a 4-day regimen that I send my new folks. I'm happy to put that on our team page if you think that would be helpful for you guys. Again, it's not, okay, I will, I see shaking of heads. It's not cookie cutter, okay? Everybody needs to be walked through these steps personally. That's our customer service piece as ambassadors, is helping people and helping them to understand even before they start the triplex that this is a process, that their body is different, that they need to communicate with you and be an advocate for their health. I always tell my people I've had 100% success rate for those who communicate and actually take their products consistently. It's the folks that want to take it on Monday and not again till Wednesday or Thursday, or want to continue with their eating patterns despite their body telling them to do differently, that are not successful. And it's as plain and simple as that. No one has ever been not successful with Plexus that gave it the time, consistency, and figured out the right regimen for them. So I talked to them about that. X Factor, 2 capsules with the Slim as well. Okay. There's no reason to ease into the X Factor or the X Factor Plus. You can just take 2 capsules right off the bat. It's the gut products you want to ease people into. Okay. And what I do is if I check in with them, right when they get their products, I tell them what to do. I check in with them their first day, their second day, their third day. I mean, I'm with them the whole entire time. And if they tell me on day 2 that they're, having horrible headaches and horrible diarrhea, of course, I'm going to slow the process down. Okay. If they're saying they feel great, I'm going to continue the process by increasing the gut products. Okay. It's just, you have to go with what they tell you. So I encourage people to work closely with their sponsor. Other thing is to use Healthy and Strong. That's our customer page. Okay. Everybody should be on that page. If you're not on that page, ask your sponsor to add you to that page. It's for all of our customers so that they can get the support. They can ask questions. I post product info. Our teammates post articles and successes, and it's a great community to be a part of. And they can feel, part of our group and our team, and kind of feel that love and support. And I think that's super important. So Healthy and Strong is what that's called. So make sure you're on that. On that page, just so you know, when we add somebody to that group, we have a welcome post on Wednesdays. That's the post you welcome those folks on, because we used to do it where we just welcomed everybody, but then the whole feed was welcomes. And then our info got lost in the welcomes. So we now have a welcome post every Wednesday on Healthy and Strong that my friend Christine Blass posts. So you can just welcome your people on that post every week, no matter what day it is. Just find the last Wednesday post and welcome them on that. Okay. So I think we'll just wait for questions till the end, unless anybody has a burning question about product regimen. Obviously, there's more Plexus products. Those are the ones that I start people with most often. Everything else, they all come with directions, and they're pretty self-explanatory on the bottles. If you're going to deal with any accelerator or boost, you need to encourage people to eat with them when they first start taking them, not wait the half hour and see how their body, handles those. Start with 1 and move forward. Again, everybody's body is so different. Okay. Let's talk about how we can get our products paid for. I love talking about this because it's so simple to get your products paid for, and it will lead you to silver. Okay. I've never had to pay for my products. A lot of people on this Zoom never have had to pay for their products. There's no reason to. It's plain and simple. Everybody needs Plexus. Okay. Everybody that walks this face of the earth could utilize a Plexus product. At the very minimum, our probiotic and our multivitamin, because they're 2 of the best around. And so I encourage you to be talking to your family, be talking to your close friends, and sharing your excitement. All it takes is 3 customers on the triplex, or if you can get 3 teammates, you will earn your product costs back that first week, okay? When you add people to your team, you get business building bonuses, okay? You get a percentage of their welcome pack. You get 25% of that welcome pack. So if it's the single one, you're going to get $25. If it's a double welcome pack, you'll get $50. And then the person above you, so your sponsor, gets a portion of it. I think it's like 15, and then it's like 12, and then it's like 5 or something like that as far as percentage is concerned. But it goes up 4 levels. So you make business building bonuses on 4 levels deep, which is pretty cool. And you get those paid out to you the week after, the Friday after. We always get paid early. It's another bonus about Plexus. They're always putting money in our banks before it's supposed to be there. Can't complain about that. And so you'll get an email that'll say you have money. And those weekly ones are from business building bonuses. Those are from welcome packs. Okay. So if you sign up 3 people, you're going to immediately get $75 to $150 that next week. Okay. So products paid for, done. And then, of course, we have just amazing commission on our product sales for customers, as well as preferred bonuses. I don't ever mention retail as an option to anybody. I don't have any retail customers. I don't even go over it. So there's no reason not to be a preferred customer. It's cheaper. There's no strings. You can go in and cancel right after you sign up. I mean, it's that easy to delete it. Okay, in your own account. You don't have to call customer service, nothing. Okay, and it helps with consistency if they keep the auto ship in place. And you can change what's in it. There's no minimum. A lot of places have like minimum $80 a month or something like that. Nothing like that with our company, which I love. However, the auto shipment, while that can freak people out, it's really good for consistency because, again, that's the name of the game. You don't want to be running out of a product. So that can help, keep them consistent and keep their progress moving forward. So I always encourage preferred. But let's just, if you break it down, okay, if you're over 500 PV, you make 25% commission, okay? If you're under that, you make 15%. If you're over 500 PV and you sell a triplex, you're making $50 on that one customer, okay? Because you're making 25% of the triplex and you're making a $25 bonus. Or I think it's a $20 bonus. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it's 20. Yeah. So it's $50, okay? Which is crazy. And so that adds up quickly. Remember that you don't make commission on your welcome pack. So if you're new, it's everything over your welcome pack the first month that counts towards PV, okay? And it doesn't matter if it's a single welcome pack or a double welcome pack. The welcome pack is the welcome pack. It doesn't count towards commission for you as the person signing up, okay? So if you sign up and you get a welcome pack, you have to go 100 PV over that welcome pack before you're commission qualified, month 1, okay? All right. And the best way to do that is just to find an accountability partner. Talk with your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts and uncles, your best friends, and get them on board. You don't need to know anything about the products in order to get people to do this with you. It's based on excitement and it's based on relationships. I'm doing this. I'm super excited. And my friend, Megan has had A, B, and C happen. Will you join me? It's as simple as that. It's about having conversations with folks. Okay, let's talk about going silver, okay? So I'm going to be looking at my notes because I made lots of notes, so just to let you know. So be realistic with yourself. Determine how much and how hard you're willing to work and what pace you're willing to go at, okay? But know that your results and your outcome is directly dictated by the pace and work that you go, okay? It's super frustrating for folks when they say they have a goal of going silver or a goal of going gold, but they don't reach out every day, they don't share every day, and then they get frustrated because they're not where they want to be. You have to do the work. And I think people don't understand that sometimes. And it can get frustrating. And I don't want people to get frustrated because this is work, but it's freeing work and there's a way to do it. And it's very duplicatable and we already have steps in place to do so. So remember that you can go at any pace you want, but that your pace dictates how quickly you're going to reach your goal. Okay. And we want to go at the pace for you, that you want. And I've always, been a firm believer in that. I set my pace for my business, but I don't expect everybody to go that pace, right? It's my pace, and I'm going to set that for my team and for what I want to do. But I want to make sure that everybody goes at the pace that they're most comfortable with. But I want their goals to be in line with that. Okay? Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Silver, 3 people directly sponsored by you. Okay? Meaning they all have to be level 1s. So people you personally sign up. When you go silver, it's the only rank you don't need points for, okay? So you do not need people to go 100 PV over the welcome pack to go silver, okay? To go silver, you need 3 people directly signed up under you that are active, meaning their CO is on for 100 PV or more, and they either purchased a welcome pack that month or have 100 PV. If they didn't purchase a welcome pack, like maybe they're 2 months old, then they have to have 100 PV to be active, okay? That's how you go silver. The best resource for going silver is the Silver in 7. These are videos originally done by Sarah Taylor, and then it's SARAH and then TAYLOR. She is a level 1 rock star. She has a YouTube channel. So I made the group for people going silver and gold, and tomorrow we're going to start the Silver in 7 challenge for all the silver people trying to go silver. I think that would be a great place for us to start. So Sarah Taylor has those. Melissa Eichenhorst also did a series of Silver in 7, and she's awesome, but she pretty much molded it after Sarah's. And then Tamara Holloway did the same thing. Again, they're all the same, all molded after Sarah Taylor. So I encourage you to watch Sarah Taylor's on her YouTube channel. Okay, so going for gold. So from silver to gold, right? That's 3 people to 20. That's a big jump. And it has been said in our company, in Plexus, if you can go gold, you can be a diamond. If you can go gold, you can be a diamond. And I so firmly believe this is true. It's really, really true. So these are 20 people. Now, these are not 20 level 1s. Here's where it gets, potentially easier. You can have 20 level 1s through 3s, okay, to go gold. Anyone, so level 1, somebody I personally sponsor. So if I personally sponsor Megan, she's my level 1, right? Megan sponsors Jamie. Jamie's my level 2. Jamie sponsors Karen. Karen's my level 3. Okay, that's how it works. But you get 5 pay points for your level 1 through 3. Okay, so 20 divided by 5, 100 divided by 5 is 20. So you need 20 people times 5 points to get you 100 points to go gold. It takes 100 pay points to be a gold ambassador. Okay, now I have to remind everybody that after the rank of silver, you now have to get the pay points in order to rank advance, which means that in order to get those from everybody on your team, they have to be 100 PV over their welcome pack if they're new, or have a 100 PV order go through their account that month. Okay, so here is why it's important to go quick. Okay, here's some tips. Intensity is key while going gold, and really while doing this whole entire thing. Why? Attrition. Okay, you'll find yourself getting in that hamster wheel where you're gaining some, you're losing some, you're gaining some, you're losing some, you're gaining some, and you're not making any progress, okay? So if your pace is too slow, you're gonna end up in that hamster wheel because you're gonna get some, you're gonna lose some. You're gonna get some, you're gonna lose some. To be completely frank and honest, not everybody gets Plexus. Not everybody gets network marketing. Not everybody understands what we do, and not everybody sees the vision and sees the crazy potential and freedom that this opportunity provides, not only for our health constraints, but for finances and time, okay? Also, people are under the impression that this is a lottery ticket. It is not. It is a lot of work. And I think people, once they see that they have to work, they decide that it's not for them. So again, in order to, get to a goal of gold, if that's your goal, intensity is going to be key. Okay. So you have to do the heavy lifting. Many people get to gold without business builders. I did. I think I actually probably only had level ones when I went gold. People weren't starting to build underneath me. Okay. People tell me all the time, I just need to find a runner. Really? You need to be your runner. Okay. While you're looking for a business builder or a runner, you need to be your runner. No one's going to do what you're not willing to do. Okay. You cannot just sign people up and expect them to run and take off with this. You're their leader. Okay. So while it's ideal to find a business builder or a runner or whatever you want to call them, it's not what typically happens on your road to gold. Okay. Sarah Marble is a perfect example of this. You all know I love her. She's one of my favorite diamonds. It took her 7 months to go silver. Okay. 7 months to go silver. It took her well into her journey before she started finding her business builders. She's a diamond in her company. She started before Slim was even introduced. Okay. She started when it was just the breast check kit, way back when. So she's been around for a long time, but it took her that long. What if she gave up? What if she decided that, 6 months is too long, and she gave up right before it all started to happen for her? You know what I'm saying? And that's the key. That image of that guy picking, with a pick in the cave or whatever, and he turns around just before he hits the gold or the diamonds. I always think about that. When I'm defeated or I'm feeling deflated, or maybe people aren't responding to me, or maybe somebody talks bad about me, or whatever the case may be, I always think about that image and why it's so important for me to keep going, right? There's been so many times where I'm like, I just don't know if I can do this, because it's hard. It's hard. But there's so many benefits that outweigh those times that it's just one of those things where you have to keep on going. So set the pace for yourself, be your rock star. And while you're moving towards gold, of course, always be looking for your business builders, but don't get discouraged if you haven't found them yet. You just have to keep looking. It's as simple as that. You have to keep looking for people that see and get the vision. So don't just focus on finding them, but be your own rock star. Next tip, IPAs all day. Okay. It's about the IPAs, income producing activities. This is what's going to get you to gold. You'll have to get to gold. You'll get to gold faster if you're okay with doing the heavy lifting and making sure that you get your IPAs in every single day. And if you find your business builder while you're doing that, bonus, right? So what are IPAs and what do they look like, right? If your goal is to go to gold or maintain the rank of gold, or even move from gold to senior gold, these IPAs need to be on point and on a daily schedule. So the first would be to post on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, 2 to 3 times a day that has some kind of plexus insinuation or reference. In the beginning, you can be a little bit more specific. I do a lot of posts that have inspiration or my health goals and things like that, but they're still related to plexus because without plexus, I wouldn't probably want to go on a run or have enough energy to do what I'm doing, or, you know what I mean? You can always tie it in. It doesn't have to be blatant plexus posts, right? With a product image and stuff like that. That's not what I'm looking for or what I think is enticing to people. You're telling a story on Facebook about your journey, about your struggles. You're being vulnerable. You're being real. If you're new, you're talking about your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, what you can't wait to happen, what's happened for your friends, what's happened for your teammates. You're talking about your struggles. Maybe you didn't want to get out of bed, but you decided to because you're on this journey and you're excited to see where, this can take you. those are that's what people want to see. Okay, guys, they want to know you're real. They don't want any just cookie cutter like posts up there. They want to see you post about the opportunity, the products, your dreams, excitement, and inspire people daily. Your Facebook page is your storefront. Okay, it's your canvas. It's what attracts people to you. Look up and look into attraction marketing. It's key for our business. Okay, you know, you're going to want to engage people. Think about what you're good at too. You know what I mean? Like if you're good at knitting, you know, make a Facebook Live on how to knit. You know what I mean? Like you need to engage people, not just about Plexus, but just about life, so that they want to follow you, add value to them. Okay. If you're not posting every day, ask yourself why. Okay. What's holding you back? What are your fears? What are you uncomfortable with? Get with your sponsor and talk about these things, because it's not going to get you to your goal if you're not willing to do it. And there's a reason why you're not, and explore that. And then maybe they can help you, or I can help you determine what's holding you back, so we can kind of get over that and move through it, and help you with posts and things like that, and what kind of content, if that's what's holding you back. Number 2, IPAs. You should be reaching out to new people every day. New people, specifically about Plexus. I'm not talking about just to say hi. I'm talking about new people, intentional reach outs about Plexus. So if that freaks you out or scares you, again, ask yourself why. What are you uncomfortable with? Get with your sponsor on that. All we're doing is calling our friends, calling our family, sending messages saying, hey, I have to talk to you about something. That's it. Let me know when you're available. Get them on 3-way messages. Get them on events. One of the things that I thought was really cool, and we've done this before, haven't for a while, is I had everybody print out, we had IPA challenge groups, have everybody print out a calendar of the month and put the names of 2 people on each calendar day. Those are the people that you're going to reach out to. I encourage you to do this. You'll be kind of dumbfounded that you know 60 people each month, new people to reach out to, but you do, because you're constantly working on building relationships too. But put them on each day. If you want to take Sundays off or Saturdays off or whatever you want to do, then just put a couple extra on different days. Okay. That's totally fine. I believe that this business is freeing because you don't have to work it 40 hours a week, right? But the more work you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. Okay. So 2 new people each day, specifically about Plexus. Try the calendar idea. With those that are interested, these are the people that you're going to want to get on 3-way calls and messages with your sponsor ASAP, especially if you're new. This helps so much. I can't even tell you, because it helps to show you what your leaders do and how they get teammates and ambassadors. If you have a sponsor who is already gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, or emerald, they know what they're doing. And so it's smart to talk to them and see what they're doing and follow all the other leaders in our company too. That's exactly what I did. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Also, our happy hour. Okay. Those of you who have not utilized this, you're missing out big time. Okay. We have a happy hour every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a quick 20 to 30 minutes. So you can call it a happy half hour, whatever you want to call it. But basically, all we do is we share 3 live testimonies, mostly focused on the business. However, we do talk about how Plexus has helped us with our health. During the day on that page, there's lots of posts about the products, things like that. And then we offer them a special, okay? And the special is unique to yourself. Whoever you invite to the happy hour that night, you are required to provide that special for them. It can be $5 off. It could be free shipping. It could be a $1 water bottle. Whatever works for you, okay? But get with the people that you invite. That's why I only encourage people to invite, 3 to 5 people max, so that you can follow up with them prior, during, and after happy hour and make sure that they have the answers that they need to help get them on board. It works, okay? Everybody that I've invited to happy hour has either joined my team or become a customer, okay? Also Zooms. I'm always happy to do Zooms. You have like 3-4 people you want to, introduce to Plexus, or they have questions. Let's get on a Zoom. I know your sponsors are willing to do that too. Also Sip and Seas. Sip and Seas can be very powerful. We are not a party-based company. However, if you have a lot of local friends and family and you want to have like a very casual sip and see at a bar, at your house, I'll come. Your sponsor will come. If you're not local, I'll Zoom in. You know what I mean? I'm always willing to do this because it's exciting and powerful to have third-party validation and to hear about our testimonies and how it's changed our lives. People who not only have had drastic health changes, but who are also making 6 figures in this company. And you personally know those people. And so connecting them with, your friends and family will just help with validation. Okay. So let's see what else. Facebook parties, we have those sometimes online. I'm not a huge fan of those, but I'm definitely willing to do them. I just feel like they're kind of chaotic and fast paced. I really prefer happy hour to those, but I'd be willing to do, a Facebook party. The Sip and Seas and the third-party validation, 3-way messages, calls, Zooms. Not only do these help you to effectively use your time, but they're helping you work your business in a pace that is faster. If you can get in front of 5-10 people as opposed to one person at a time, it's drastically going to change how quickly you reach your goals. Number 5, set specific goals. I encourage you to have a must-have goal every month and a BHAG goal every month. Okay, the must-have goal is a goal that you are not stopping until it's achieved. You will achieve it. You breathe life into it. It's happening, and that's the end. That's like my goal last month, right? It was not happening. And it's important to get that mindset because mindset plays a huge role in our business. What you think is what's going to happen, and what you tell yourself is what usually comes true. And so it's important for us to be in that positive, strong mindset. So a must-have goal. And then a BHAG goal, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal. It's just a funny name for like a crazy goal. And this is a goal that might seem a little lofty, a little scary, but it's still achievable. And what we found is if you make these goals, not only do you end up achieving your must-have goal like 100% of the time, but a lot of times you reach your BHAG too. Because of that momentum and intensity that you're placing into this, you reach it. But you have to lay it out. Number 6, don't compare. I'm just going to say it again. Don't compare. Because this is something that we all fall victim to, myself included. And it sucks the life out of you. It absolutely sucks the life out of you and your business. So do not compare your journey to anybody else's. If it takes you 7 months to go gold, if it takes you 2 weeks, if it takes you 3 years, it doesn't matter. But if you quit, I can guarantee you'll never get there. So don't compare, okay? Some will coast there. Some will struggle. But it's part of the journey, okay? If you're stuck, there's a reason you're stuck. So you need to do the whole plan, do, review. Plan what you're doing, do what you planned, and then review it. If it's not working, change it. You know what I mean? It's like if you're doing something and you're not getting the results that you want, you need to change what you're doing. So what might be some things that get people stuck? 1, personal growth. Okay. Whenever I've been at a place in my business where I've been stuck, it's because I needed to grow in a certain area, whether that be leadership, whether that be in follow-up, whether that be in personal care. I mean, who knows? Okay. Mindset, that was huge. That was holding me back for a long, long time. Okay. So look at that personal growth. Your IPAs aren't on point. This is huge. A lot of people think they're working their business and they're not. Scrolling on Facebook, posting on Facebook, talking to your friends, organizing your desk, looking at reports, not IPAs. They will not get you to gold. They won't get you to silver. They won't get you anywhere. So it's important that your IPAs are on point. And then follow up. This is key. It takes on average, and I know a lot of you have heard this over and over again, 8 to 12 exposures before somebody hops on board. Rarely do I talk to somebody and they're like, I'll order right now, or I'll join your team right now. That's not how it happens. The people joining me this month are people that I've been talking to for a long, long time. Occasionally I'll get a person that's like ready because they've already probably done some research and maybe been through the whole, I don't know, blah, blah, blah phase. And they're just ready when you get to meet them. And that's great, but it doesn't happen a lot. So follow-up has to be on point. So those are the things that I would check. If you're not going that pace you want to go at, make sure all of those things are on point. That you're investing in yourself, that you're doing your IPAs daily, that you're following up, and you're working on your mindset. You have to have a plan. And just grow and learn from the greats. I'm telling you guys, YouTube is like a wealth of knowledge. Like, I love YouTube. Find the people in our company that you like just think are amazing and follow what they do. You know, there's so many diamonds that have different personalities, and I've definitely latched on to certain ones over others, and you just have to find those people. I love Sarah Marble. I love Emily Roberts, Amy Paul, Sarah Taylor, Melissa Eichenhorst. They all have strengths in different areas, and I just go to them to fulfill, you know, my weaknesses, and then I utilize my strengths, you know, to build my team. So there is a hill analogy, and it was in, I think it was in the Tara Castaneda Go for Gold video. She was talking about how, you know, picturing a guy like, or a girl pushing up a boulder, a huge boulder up a hill, okay? And how hard and how, you know, much energy that person has to exert to get that boulder up the hill. Sometimes it doesn't seem worth it. Sometimes you can't see the top, you know, and it's sometimes in the beginning of this process, it seems like we're doing a lot of work for very little pay. Okay. It seems like we're doing a lot of work for very little pay. However, the more that you continue to push and the more you get towards that top of the hill, the boulder starts to roll down this way, the momentum picks up, and before you know it, you're making more money than you deserve. And so that's how network marketing works. You know, I personally think at a silver level, like I was making income where like I could pay for my products, pay a couple bills, get my hair done without getting yelled at, you know, I mean, like things like that, you know, and that was life-changing for me. And now I'm at a position where, I mean, I never thought in my life I would see this kind of money, monthly earnings. And so the work of pushing that boulder up the hill, of training yourself, training your team, you know, motivating yourself, it's all worth it. It really, really is. But we lose a lot of people about halfway up that hill. Okay. And so that's what it's all about. It's about mindset and motivating yourself and kind of setting that pace for your team. If your team sees you quit, they're probably quick to follow. Okay. I think that is it. So those are my major tips. I think the last one, and this was, I'm reading this book, which is amazing. I know a lot of you are in our book study, but man, it is a truth bomb and it's awesome. And basically, one of the first things that she mentions, and she basically says, do not continue reading this book if you are not willing to declare out loud that you are coachable. This is the biggest mistake I see people making on our team and on a lot of other teams and just in network marketing in general. For some reason, there's some folks who just do not want to be coached, okay? They don't want to take advice. They think they know it better. They think they know what they're doing. They're not getting the results that they want, but they just are maybe hard-headed, whatever the case may be. I don't know. But I'll tell you, if I wasn't coachable, and I'm still coachable, and I will be coachable even when I'm a diamond, because I will be a diamond, and if I ever stop allowing myself to be coached and absorb what people have paved before me, I mean, I'm making my journey so hard. And she basically says in this book, like, stop reading because this is not for you, right? This is not for you. We have to be open and coachable, and just allow all the people that have done this before us to pave the way. You know, there's struggles that I've had to endure that I hope that some of you don't have to endure, because you know, you guys have, like, I don't have certain people in my upline that were able to provide some of this training for me, right? And so I had to go find it. And while I think that made me a stronger and better leader, it also was harder, right? So like, I would love if I had somebody like coaching me this whole way. And like, shout out to my business coach. It's been a total game changer for me to have somebody that's now like actually coaching me. You know what I mean? Like, I've been craving it since I started. And so I encourage you to be open to that and just listen to the leaders in our company, and grow and learn. I see people that are not coachable, and I see how it just completely stalls their business. It also doesn't allow the people on their team to see the potential or the teaching or coaching opportunities available to them. You know what I mean? Because their leaders aren't, you know, getting on trainings or learning more, and so it doesn't trickle down into their team. So everybody that's on this Zoom, I'm sure you're all coachable because you're on the Zoom. You know what I mean? But it's important to kind of trickle that down into your organization. I'm going to open it up for questions real quick. If anybody has any specific about products, reach outs, gold, silver, technical questions. Anybody?
Kate, I don't have a question. So much as just a comment. In addition to
who is speaking? Sorry, I'm going to unmute you, Jamie. I'm going to unmute you. Hold on one second. There you go.
It's just pretty much a comment. In addition to reading the book that we are for our book club,
yeah.
I picked up this book as well. It's Network Marketing for Facebook. This is a really good book if anybody hasn't seen it so far. I'm about halfway through it. But it talks about some of the things like with your fears, and if you're afraid of posting on social media or, you know, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. It also has a workbook that comes with it.
Nice.
And it tells you, you know, it has just different exercises to write those fears down, and then what can you do to tackle those fears. So I'm about halfway through it. I'm going to go through the rest of it, and then I'll kind of give you some input on it and just see if it's anything.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think a lot of people struggle with utilizing social media for their journey, and utilizing it effectively, because there's no reason that we have to be salesy. There's no reason we have to you know, be annoying. People are like, I don't want to annoy my friends, or I don't want to be salesy, or I'm afraid of what people think of me. And so I'm sure some of that is covered. But if you're not utilizing social media, that's a huge piece that you're missing. And you can do this without social media. It's just going to be a very different journey. Because
social media was a big fear of mine in the beginning, and, you know, kind of into it, and you know that. But this is, you know, I wish I would have read this 9-10 months ago.
Yeah.
So you know, it's really, it's interesting so far.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you. Anybody else have any tips, or questions or tips? Yeah, you can share tips, or questions about what I had to cover about silver, gold products. Okay, so how many folks do we have going for gold this month? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I can't see the picture. Melissa. Yay. I know she's going for gold. Okay, awesome. Oh, and there's another. And Sarah. Yay, Sarah. Okay, so I think that that's a good chunk of people, and I know that it's attainable. I did my Road for Gold board. I thought that was kind of a fun thing to do, where you just kind of make a little poster. It can just be on a piece of paper too, where you put your 20 blocks, right? And then you fill those in as you get them. It can be nice. I also did a poster when I was going for Emerald, because I heard you needed 40 level 1s to go Emerald. I had 83 or 86 when I went Emerald. So I don't know if it was too true, but for me, it was a good visual to have. So like anytime I signed up a level 1, like anybody that's on the level 1, your name is on my poster board. So Maldal, you got one, Christy's got one, you know, I mean, Megan. So it's fun. It's fun to see that and to have that visual, something that you look at every day. So make sure you guys are getting that vision in place and mapping it out as you kind of go for your goal of gold or silver. You could do the same thing for silver. Silver is the first step. It's an achievable step, but it's an important step, right? It can be life-changing, you know, that income at a silver level. It's great. So let me know if you guys have questions, or you have anything to add, okay? And we can answer them on the team pages. But if not, okay, I'll see you guys on our Going for Silver and Gold page too. Make sure you get added if you want to be. Bye.